Here I have the bottom part of the second cabinet put in place. Rather than doing 3 drawers in the bottom cabinet, I just did 2 big ones. And I also incorporated my cold air return right in the side of the cabinet. Up above here I'm working on the upper cabinet. This is where I'm going to have the television. This one's a little more complicated because I have to deal with the curves and the roof line and everything, so I'm kind of just doing a little bit of, I have to cut something out and fit it in place and decide where I'm going to go again after that. So that's where we're at this point. Here's the finished TV cabinet. Next thing to do is to make the filler panel that goes in between the upper and lower cabinet. I also have to block off that next window. Got a couple little recessed lights in there. Got this door made so it slides up in here like that. I'm going to have the TV here. There's room for a VCR up in here. I've got a little door here on the side to access all the electronics. Here's the final finished cabinet with the filler panel in between the 2 cabinets. Next I have to still block off this window here so I can finish paneling that area. I haven't decided if I'm going to put some mirrors on this panel or not. I might just leave it like it is. I kind of like that look. So I have the doors shut. That slides right in behind those cabinets, nice. Before I mentioned there's going to be a VCR recorder or player up in that cabinet, but kind of showing my age there. It's going to be a DVD player that I'm going to have in there with the television. I'm going to have to take probably everything out of here again because I need to run some wires in there. I've got one started here, but I want to get in there and put some outlets in there so I can plug everything in. I think the next project is going to be to start on this ceiling. I want to at least do this curved part here. When I was putting this cabinet in, I thought it would be easier to put the cabinet in first and then trim the ceiling out around the cabinet. But I found that that was pretty difficult to do with all of these cross bracing pieces that I had to notch for. Then I had to build a ceiling inside the cabinet, you know, for like a little top for the cabinet, since the ceiling wasn't there yet. And I'm going to have to get up in there and insulate. So it was a real pain trying to build this. You can see it's got its own separate ceiling in there. So I think it's going to be a lot easier to do the ceiling first and just shape the cabinets to fit, like on this next side. And I think it'll also be a lot easier building the cabinets over the bed across this back wall if the ceiling's already in place. So that's what we'll be doing next, and I'll keep you updated.